Hello and a warm welcome. I'm Stephen Johnson and this is my presentation for Silent View Windows. Firstly, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone for your positive comments after my presentation at the last meeting. I was very overwhelmed by all your compliments and feel very lucky to be surrounded by so many great people in the Oxford Spires chapter. This video is a recap of the presentation for those who were present and an opportunity to share with those who were unable to attend, but I hope your subs equally found this useful. So a brief background about me. I've been employed with Silent View Windows since May 2013. Now originally I joined to provide a basic customer service and administration role, but have since worked my way to my current position of General Manager. Unfortunately I don't have an inspiring story of success. For the first couple of years I was the only person other than Ennis in the office, so changes in roles and responsibilities came naturally. The more interesting story is how I actually landed my interview, which takes us back to when I first met Ennis on a stag event I organised in Bournemouth. During one evening at the Greyhound Racing, I was discussing my career prospects with our mutual friend Andy, who is the director of our glass unit supplier. He was aware that Ennis's current office admin was soon to be leaving to go travelling, so he made a connection between us and we organised an interview shortly after. An introduction to the man himself. So here we have Ennis and his family, his wife Rose and their 3 children Rio, Sunny and Savannah. So Ennis started Silent View Windows back around 2010-2011. Beforehand he had built a career as an installer pretty much straight after finishing school. In that time he had earned a solid reputation for the quality and efficiency of his installations, but most importantly was the insight about which products offered the best quality, the best practice for their installation, developing an eye for detail and building good customer relationship skills. This has all contributed towards the success of growing his business from a one-man band sole proprietorship to a limited company with 10 employees, including myself. So to explain what we do, we are the installers of various glazing products such as windows, doors and conservatories. These products are available as polyvinyl chloride unplasticized compound, or PVCU for short, aluminium, timber and composite materials. To elaborate, composite is a mixture of materials. Our best-selling composite door, for example, has a solid timber core, has a vacuum moulded ABS plastic skin, which is then mounted into a PVCU frame and includes an aluminium threshold. The reason we emphasise on being an installer is because we do not manufacture any of the products that we install. Now there are pros and cons to this, but by not manufacturing our own product we can supply a whole range of products, and this offers the flexibility to expand on our already vast range. If one particular product is available from more than one fabricator, we also have the freedom to shop around to ensure that we're providing a competitive price. So one of our popular products you would have heard me talk about before at previous chapter meetings is the range of windows and doors from Evolution. This range is defined as a timber alternative product, and what I mean by that is that the profile is entirely made of PVCU. However, it is designed to give a convincing impression of timber. Unlike standard PVCU products, Evolution windows and doors are handmade. Each frame is assembled by a small team of fabricators and the finished result is very convincing. Unlike other window products, they are defined by 2 different style types. Storm casement, the most common type of window, is defined by the opening sashes closing onto, or if you prefer, sit proud of the face of the window frame. Becoming increasingly popular are flush casements. These are characterised by the opening sashes closing into the frame, finishing flush with the face of the window. So as well as being able to offer the frames in various different materials and styles, we can also offer various special elements to the glass products. In conservatory roofs, for example, we will supply a standard with self-cleaning glass, and this comes with a special coating which allows rainwater to run off without leaving any watermarks, as well as a level of UV reflection to help keep it cool in the summer, but combined with soft coat and argon gas will help insulate it in the winter. Now, if, like my parents, your living room faces onto a busy main road, acoustic laminated glass, depending on its application and conditions, can achieve sound reduction levels of more than 50 decibels. We can also supply glass units with integrated blinds, which are suitable for both windows and for doors. Now, we're also very excited that recently we have started to offer these internal timber shutters. They look absolutely stunning and we have already started to get our first orders. And like all of our products, they are bespoke made to size and available in a wide range of colours. To give you a small example of the level of bespoke that we can offer, a few years ago we were contracted for a domestic project in China, and it was to install a combination of Evolution Storm 2 windows and doors, as well as Roseview vertical sliding windows. Now, the customer also set a unique brief for one window in particular. It was their landing window, and this was a fixed window with an arched top. However, below it was a set of timber French doors which had a traditional stained glass design. So the customer asked if we could replicate the original design in the new window. Now, this was a very unique opportunity for me. So I arranged to go out to the customer's home, and I took sketches and photographs of the design and measured it. Then, using Photoshop, I created a couple of scale designs for the customer to choose from. So after the customer had selected their preferred design and chosen out the colour samples, the design was then submitted to the local glass manufacturer for production. Here is a side-by-side comparison of the original stained glass design versus that of the finished replica, and I hope you will agree that it is a very convincing finish. And here is an external and internal view of the finished frame in situ. So what sets us apart from the competition? Well, in fact, it's probably one of the most important parts of your installation, and that is your guarantee. Now, your industry standard guarantee is for 10 years, or you would at least have thought. Once you start reading into the small print though, you will notice that things like the sealed glass units are only covered for 5 years, locking mechanisms and your window and door handles are only covered for 12 months. However, we at Silent View Windows want to ensure that our customers know that they are getting a full 10-year guarantee with any installation of new windows and doors. So after 7 years, if your sealed glass unit was to break down and you notice there was condensation between the two panes, we will still come out and we will replace that glass unit free of charge under your guarantee. Now, our main customer base has predominantly been a domestic market, and we really wish to maintain a positive reputation locally, and that's for the supply and installation of all of the different products you see listed. These are relatively easy referrals, as they will be people you already know, such as your family, friends, colleagues, and even people looking for recommendations on social media. Now, the only drawback with offering a product that's designed to last at least 1, if not 2 to 3 decades, is that you're unlikely to generate repeat business with one particular customer. So it's our ambition to grow further in the commercial sector, and that means focusing on small and large projects, renovations that include conservation areas, and ideally new build projects. This is where we need your contacts, as we are looking for local builders, property developers, architects, schools, and other commercial properties. Now, working with architects can be very important, as in previous chapter meetings both Ennis and I have talked about a difficulty that we had to overcome with a new build project. And basically it was when calculating the CO2 emissions for the build, the architect had factored into the equation that all of the windows and doors would achieve a U value of 1.4. This is very easily done with windows, however not so much with doors, and it created unnecessary difficulty for all the persons involved in the project, and it could have been easily avoided if the architect had a better knowledge of our product range. So thank you very much for taking the time to view this video. If you have any questions though, feel free to give me a call or catch up with me at the next chapter meeting. I'll leave you now with some slides of previous installations that we've done. Also, I recommend having a look at my BNI Connect profile for any social media links, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.